What's going on, my Sith friends? Darth Kimchi here. We're back with another roster review. On today's show, we've got DarthMando. That's an awesome name. He goes by Jaywalker on YouTube. Could you only imagine a Darth Mandalorian? That's pretty cool. Alright, and he's a part of the Dark Runners Guild. Pretty cool name as well. So fist bump to everyone in Dark Runners and DarthMando. Alright, so he is super new to the game, super fresh account, hasn't even activated Grand Arena or Fleet Arena. That's really good because we're going to get him prepared. He is now a part of the Kimchi gang. He's going to dominate by the time he reaches my division. Alright, so in Fleet, what I could recommend, try to at least have one good fleet. That way you can get to Fleet Arena, you can at least try to place as high as you can, maybe try to get top 50 to get crystals. So definitely recommend at least one. In Grand Arena that I'm going to do here shortly, in my Grand Arena, they've changed it up. You definitely have to have some kind of fleet, and I'll show you. We'll talk about that later. So build one kind of good fleet. Alright, let's take a look at his roster. Alright, we're going to go light side, dark side. So Jay, start us off in the comment section. He said, who's the GL you're going for? Are you waiting for Lord Vader? And then your journey should involve heading towards Jedi Knight Revan. He is an amazing squad. He is still used. He takes out him and then Padme. You got to get those. Those are two must-have squads. They take out everything out there except for GLs, Gas, and Darth Revan. You know, very well modded Gas and Darth Revan, I'll say. So make sure you form those two teams. So let's look at what he has. So let's put an order of power. So guys, in the comment section, if we can give him any kind of tips. You know, I love how good people would put comments and try to help people out. You know, I said we're all trying to help each other grow. Let's give him some good tips for teams. So Old Ben is a great tank. In Grand Arena, you definitely want to have some pre-taunt tanks, and you've got to have some good leaders. So Obi-Wan, you want to have him with some kind of speed. You know, he's got to get to his taunt. So look at Old Ben. Very nice. You have him modded for defense and for health. That's exactly what I recommend. There is so much resisting, you know, tenacity up, evasion up nowadays, where he will not land his ability block, you know, very rarely. You know, I use him for a tank. I want him to survive, so health and defense. Very good job. All right, so this Devoted Protector, I do have this Zeta'd because if you take away his taunt, he will taunt again. That's something involved with his Zeta. So I want that. So I use him for a tank all the time. I run him with Bastila Shan. So very good tune. You definitely want to have speed here. Wow. That is awesome. So I love Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Just to be able to see just different accounts like this is just so cool. You know, it only has one speed in the secondary. I have never seen anything like that. That's crazy. Comment below if you agree. That's pretty cool. 2% health. Okay, so you definitely want to put speed here because if you can't get him to go fast enough, you know, if you can get him to go pretty quick, try to do health, protection, or defense. You know, you want him to survive. So with health and protection, you can have as much health and protection as you want. But if you have 0% defense, those hits will hit you so much harder, your health and protection will be gone. Defense just lessens the blow of the hit, so definitely recommend some defense. There are some tunes that can hit around it, like Gas ignores defense. Okay, so Old Ben, very nice. I like that one speed secondary, that was so cool. Alright, Jedi Consular, I definitely used him. He's a healer. You know, you'll probably use him until you get to probably like, you know, Division 8, probably Division, you know, maybe Division 9, because he's not used. I've never seen him in Division 8 or Division 7. So work on him, but not too much. Mace Windu, I'm telling you, next year with the Galactic Republic coming out, he's going to get a rework. You know, why Arnold has not done a rap video on him, I have no idea. But Mace Windu, he's pretty good. He's a good Jedi. You know, you definitely want to work on him on a little bit. You know, if you're going to get his ship, if you're going to run with his fleet, then you got to work on the tune. So I definitely recommend forming some Jedi. You got Luke Skywalker Farm Boy, nice. I see you have Kanan. You know, Phoenix Squad is great, especially early on. Don't gear them too high. Control the Zetas with them because you won't use them ever again. You don't have to go Phoenix Squad anymore. There are people who dominate in my division who don't even have Thrawn. To dominate, you have to have a GL, Gas, or Darth Revan and Darth Malik, and then your main squads, JKR and Padme. If you can stay that course and build that, you will dominate in Grand Arena. All right, so if you're going for Thrawn, I do recommend him. He's amazing. You know, Phoenix is good. On 3v3, I would put Hera, Kanan, and Zeb on defense. They would do very well. I would use Ezra on offense with Bas-Lashan and Old Ben. So when you're heading towards Bas-Lashan, highly recommend towards JKR. You're gonna run into Bas-Lashan. She's amazing. Have her ready for by the time Grand Arena opens up, and you're gonna use her on defense. She's amazing. Put her with Old Ben and Ezra or a healer. Stormtrooper Han, you've got to have good tanks, good taunts in Grand Arena. So Stormtrooper Han is decent. He does give turn meter through his kit. Okay. Lando's great. If you're going for Jedi Knight Luke, you need Lando. He does give, I think it's the Scoundrels. That's why I like him with Scoundrel allies. Yes, Scoundrel and Rebel allies gain speed and critical damage. So you want to have some good leaders that have speed. So that's awesome. Admiral Akbar, I even used him on offense. He gives speed right there. Rebel allies have plus 15 speed. So speed is the way of the game. On modding, if you question anything, it's speed. And if you're thinking about questioning that, it's speed. All right, so then Jedi Knight Anakin, he's amazing. You just got to have him either crit damage or offense. The algorithm that hit the hardest in the game is 4 offense, 2 crit chance with a crit damage triangle. So make sure you get his potency no less than 70%. You know, there's nests that can solo Padme squads if Anakin's potency is, I would say, lower than 70%. Okay, so Resistance Pilot Chopper, I think he's cool. I love the Phoenix Squad. I like the cartoon, Ray Scavenger. So like I said, you got to pick your GL and build the teams around it. I see you have some pretty good light side so far. So guys, that are looking at his light side, can we put some team suggestions in the comment box? So he's got Ahsoka Tano. That's awesome. Work on Ahsoka. Her, for a non-GL, her basic is probably top 3 basic in the game. Can take away buffs, can't be evaded. When you level that up on a crit hit, she will dispel debuffs from a random ally and herself. So definitely get her to be very heavy crit chance, very high crit chance. Okay. Jedi Knight Anakin is just like Vader. What does Vader need? Only 4 things: speed, potency, crit chance, and can I say speed? Speed, offense, potency, crit chance. Sorry, I'm at work. All right. So very good on the light side. You want to run some Jedi with speed. So I think Jedi Knight Anakin's lead is better than Mace Windu's. Offense and critical damage. Okay, so yeah, I would use his lead over Jedi Knight, or not, excuse me, over Mace Windu. So remember, run with some speed. Either Lando, Admiral Akbar, and then those are your good leaders so far. Okay, so let's go check out his dark side. All right, you know we love the dark side. So right off the bat, you've got that Vader. Let's take a look at Vader. Vader's my favorite Star Wars tune, so I always spend a little bit more time on everyone's Vader. So early on, Galactic Power, he is so OP. Like I like my good buddy Darth Nihilus uses Vader to solo. When you get to Division 7, there's no more solos, so take advantage of it now. So early on Grand Arena, and also guys, if you have a good Vader out there early on Grand Arena, definitely put some comments in the section and help out. So I would think experiment with speed, potency, and crit chance mods only. And all you need to get is speed, crit chance, and potency. That's all you need, because you will use him to solo. And he needs dots. So he's going to get offense from the many dots you put out there. So don't worry about the offense. Just get his potency, his crit chance high. So I see you have health mods. You know, he's early on. You want him to survive. Okay, potency. So right now with the 16 speed that he gets from himself, that's what, 230? Or excuse me, 130? Potency, crit chance. So early on. So cool to see, but definitely work on that. I would definitely work on putting a crit chance triangle coming up. You know, you will switch it out to crit damage when you get higher, but crit chance, triangle. And then on the cross, potency. Telling you, follow these ways of modding early on. You will thank me. You will not regret it. He will be amazing. All right, guys, let's keep going. And next you have Grand Moff Tarkin. Okay, so Grand Moff Tarkin is amazing. So he just gives speed. So if you can't get your Vader fast enough and you're using him for offense, well, Vader should always be used for offense. On the left-hand tab where you can create teams, you should have several types of Vader squads. You know, so if you're facing an opponent who's faster, you just use Moff Tarkin, and then you should be able to get fast enough to go first. But the tip is, when you use Grand Moff Tarkin, he has to go before Vader. So if you have to slow Vader down, you know, he has to go first, because he throws out debuffs, and it just powers up Vader. Okay? And then Kylo Ren Unmasked. He is a great tank. You know, if you're not going for Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, you don't need him. I don't have any First Order except for Crew Kylo Ren Unmasked. So he is a great tank. He is used in the Sith Eternal counter with Darth Vader, Watt, and Shore Trooper or Kylo Ren. Okay. Same thing with Dark Trooper. You know, if you're not building an Empire team, you don't need Dark Trooper. You want to build viable squads. When you get to Division or when you get to Grand Arena, you automatically need, I think, 6 teams in 3v3. So you want to definitely build bugs. Geonosians is a must-have teams in Galaxy of Heroes. If you can't get a Wat Tambor shard, there's some guilds who won't even accept you. So definitely work on your bugs. You don't have to relic all of them. You know, start with Relic Brood and then Relic Spy, and then you can leave them alone. Okay? So this early on Galactic Power, you know, teams that are like First Order, Imperial Troopers, Bounty Hunters, Night Sisters. I would recommend Night Sisters. You know, everyone wishes they would have worked on them. Everyone hates fighting them. You always have to use a better team. You cannot use a weaker, better modded team. Never with Night Sisters. You always have to use a better team. So I definitely recommend building Night Sisters. Okay? So pretty cool team. Great team, guys. So you got Moff Gideon. Moff Gideon's amazing. You know, to be able to, when you have this leveled up, to be able to take away 100% turn meter and reset everything and put out Demoralized and then give Vader 50% offense. Wow, that's how I can do, you know, over 2 million damage in Squad Arena. Of course, with the right buffs, of course, debuffs, of course. So he's amazing. Definitely work on Moff Gideon. He's a great plug-and-play tune. I mean, you can use him with anyone just to take away that turn meter. But of course, you got to get him to go fast. My Moff Gideon is like 319 speed. I'm still working on him. So with him fully leveled out, probably like 340 speed. So he's quick. Definitely work on Moff Gideon. Okay? And let's see what else he can build. You know, TIE Fighter Pilot's great. You know, he is, I think he can do buff immunity, which is huge. So TIE Strike. Yes. 50% chance to inflict buff immunity for 2 turns. That's a huge debuff. That's amazing. And he's pretty quick. He does get evasion. He is super squishy. But if you want to build some kind of team. Okay, so good job. First Order Executioner is awesome. They call him Fox. So very early on roster. So like I said, so to sum it all up, Jaywalker, GL, that's a cool name, Jaywalker. So early on, you definitely want to, you know, make sure you're building viable teams. You know, do your dailies. You know, don't let your days go by without getting them done. Use your crystals for energy refreshes. I know credits and sim tickets are hard to come by, but stay the course. You know, it'll get much better. At my division, my Galactic Power, it's so much easier. You know, it's so much chill now. But just stay the course. Thanks for playing the game. Don't let anything deter you. You will get there. Build up your Vader. Definitely want to get ready to relic Vader. I would maybe wait till you relic Vader. Wait till you have him be Jedi Knight Revan, and maybe try to relic them at the same time. Some more tips. Don't go so top heavy, which means you don't want to relic like, you know, 3 people from the same team. Spread your relics out. Like on my Bounty Hunter squad, I just have Bosk relicked, and he does very well. I can take out relics, half relic squads, depending on the squad. With like Jedi Knight Revan, do him and then Vader, and then do like maybe another, maybe Jolie, Jolie is so super important to that squad. Do Jolie, and then maybe do another person that helps out Vader, or another person for another squad. You know, spread out your relics. Don't activate tunes that you're not going to use. Don't work on them. You're just going to raise your galactic power. You've got to be viable. It is your viable roster versus the next person. So control your relics, control your gear, control your Zetas. All right, guys. I hope this has been super helpful. If you enjoy these, blast the like button. Tell your guild. Until next time, Darth Kimchi signing out.